In 1983, Garfield was back on TVs with another TV special, just over 1 year later. According to Wikipedia, Here Comes Garfield got an audience of 50 million people, which I guess means that was a success. Back when it first aired on CBS, an American TV channel. I couldn't really find any Australian stats online, although I did kind of only look around for about 15-20 minutes before I gave up. Anyway, despite Here Comes Garfield being a bit of a sad story, people clearly enjoyed it and they wanted more. The first special dealt with losing somebody close to you. This one is lighter. It deals with more rejection, where you belong kind of topics, more of what kids' movies often do today. However, that being said, it's still rather sad, just not on the same level as the first one. I guess they wanted to tone it down a little bit, thankfully. Today, we are going to be talking about when Garfield got lost and found. This special starts with John concerned that Garfield has way too much energy, so he decides to take him to the vet to get him checked up. Well, he eventually gets Garfield into the car, but after some shenanigans, Garfield falls out and gets lost in the city, or the town, since the title says Garfield on the town. At first, he thinks this is great. He's free to do whatever he pleases, flirt with the girl cats or hunt for food. However, shortly, reality sinks in, and he realizes he's not great at surviving out on his own. While all this is going on, John is getting really concerned, and he's trying to locate Garfield. He rings the vet, and he tells her what's going on, and this is how she responds.
Hospital there, and I thought somebody might have brought him in, and
Well, what?
I was afraid he could have been, hit by a car or something.
Oh, well, in that case, you don't want a pet hospital. You want a tow truck.
Well, thanks for your concern.
Oh my goodness, I just can't with this special. That is such a dark joke. What is it doing here? Liz has been a bit mean in the early comics, although usually it's a snappy comeback to John hitting on her when she's clearly not interested. So that sort of balances it out. Out of everything she's ever said to him, this really takes the cake. He wasn't even doing anything wrong. He was just asking if anyone found this lost cat, and then she just hits him with this dark joke and hangs up. Oh my god, Liz was a savage back in these days. Back with Garfield, he gets into a fight with another cat. Unfortunately, the other cat has backup. While running away, Garfield accidentally finds his mother, who he hasn't seen since he was a kitten. This is where the story starts to get a bit emotional. You see, while Garfield and his mother are happy to see each other, the rest of the family don't seem to want him around. Except for maybe his brother, I'm not totally sure on him.
Part cat, part house. Must be one of them house cats. That's pretty good.
It becomes a bit of a culture shock to Garfield to see that his family are strays, hiding and struggling for food. And then there's him, a fat, well-fed cat. You understand how this could cause a bit of tension. While the family tries to decide what to do with him, the cat Garfield picked a fight with earlier in the special comes back now with his gang, and we see a bit of a gang fight war situation play out. Garfield's family decide to defend him, but after the fight, after many are injured, Grandpa kicks Garfield out. Garfield's mother sees him out and talks to him quickly, explaining how this works out for the best.
You wouldn't survive here. You have a good life, an easy life. We all envy you.
I'll miss you.
I'll always be with you, Garfield.
Something interesting I noticed was Garfield's father wasn't there. If he was a tomcat, that would just explain him not being there, but the fact that Grandpa, his brother, and the cousins were all there does make me wonder where he is. There is a new Garfield movie in the works, and we don't have any solid information on the story yet, but there have been some leaks and rumors that suggest Garfield's dad will be involved. This will be interesting to see them revisit this story, as Garfield's family isn't brought up in the franchise much at all. While leaving, Garfield collapsed from hunger and a bit of hopelessness. he just sort of gives up and he lands face first in a puddle, and I found this scene in particular a lot sadder than when his family reject him. Thankfully, Odie spots Garfield while John is out driving around looking for him, and we get a happy ending of Garfield returning home. As you can see, this special was much lighter than the first, but still took on some serious topics. It's quite bizarre to see a franchise that is usually designed around light-hearted comedy take on more serious issues. But this is something that will continue in kids media throughout the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and even today. Now, I don't know if this was the intention or not, but like Garfield's family didn't want him, they rejected him, he wasn't the way they wanted him to be. But Garfield's mother pointed out that he had made a new life with John and Odie, and they were his new family now. Like, she will always be his mother, but he found a situation that was better for him. I don't know if this is like referring to like toxic relationships or toxicity in family. We know that sometimes we have people in our lives that generally shouldn't really be around us, or we shouldn't be around them, but we can't get away from them. So it's just interesting to me that this kind of feels like a message out there, especially back in the 80s when they didn't talk about this stuff, at least in kids' TV, that there is a way out, there are ways to get better, sort of thing. Now, maybe not, maybe I'm looking too much into this, but I still feel like that there is that kind of message hidden in here. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to see me talk more about Garfield TV, let me know in the comments below. I was hoping to do at least one more of these video essay type videos on one more Garfield special, but this also might be the last one for a bit. What are your thoughts on this special? Do you like it better than the first, or you think the first was better? Let's discuss below. I'll catch you all in the next one. Mr. E